Planning for your own retirement can be difficult. Imagine trying to plan for your own retirement while also supporting a spouse and saving for college for your kids. Now imagine you're also financially supporting your aging parents. Feeling the retirement squeeze yet? Maybe you didn't even have to use your imagination. It's a situation many Americans face today, and it's because of this phenomenon that baby boomers and Generation X have been dubbed the sandwich generations. North American Sandwich Generation and Retirement Research Project found the squeeze has left many consumers unprepared for their own retirement. 63% of respondents graded themselves at a C or lower in regards to their retirement planning readiness. A majority of respondents said they were financially supporting themselves, their spouses, and their children. Add to that the 14% who are supporting their parents, and even 11% supporting grandchildren, and you have a sandwich that comes with a real pickle. Are you feeling the retirement squeeze? Unsure what to do? Check out our Retirement Squeeze white paper for more information. Then take it to your financial professional to ensure your retirement plan is on track.
So let's take a look at the white paper, the retirement squeeze. Sandwich generations feeling the pressure of retirement planning. We are still on this topic, guys, because it's a very important one. How prepared are you to deal with the squeeze? Raising kids, attempting to save for your own retirement, and helping their parents through their golden years. Members of the sandwich generations are feeling very pinched. These baby boomers, ages 51 to 69, and Gen Xers, ages 36 to 50, may be looking for help. These are just some of the results found from the research conducted this spring as part of the 2017 North American Company for Life and Health Insurance Baby Boomer and Generation X Retirement Study. Clearly, that was not this spring. Here are some key learning points, however, from that 2017 study. Key learning point number 1, most concerned about being unprepared, and many are unprepared. Baby boomers and Gen Xers grade themselves relatively lowly regarding their own retirement planning. That's 63% give a C or a lower grade. And most believe they should be saving more. Financial security continues to be their biggest concern with retirement. And about 65% say having enough money is their biggest concern. Almost 40% have less than $25,000 currently saved for retirement. Give it a quick thought. Where do you fall looking at those stats from this particular study? Here are some questions. What are you most concerned about regarding your retirement? Of those polled, 65% are most concerned about having enough money and financial security. And that is the winner of the answers. What grade would you give yourself regarding your retirement planning, where A is the best and of course F is the worst? And if you look, those who gave themselves an A only make up 10% of those polled. I'm glad to see that those who gave themselves an F did not make up the majority. The majority see themselves basically being mediocre. Which of the following best describes how you feel about how much you save each month for retirement? 66% wish they were saving more, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you listening to or watching this recording feel the same way, where only 24% say I am saving the right amount. Just 1% says saving too much. And 10% have no clue. Honestly, and I think that if those who took this poll were being honest, that 10% would be a lot higher. How much money have you saved for retirement? Where a whopping 22% of those polled say nothing. That's pretty steep, but I am glad to see that of those polled, of the total polled, 24% are in the at least $100 to $500,000 range. However, also recognizing that people that participate in these types of polls are typically those whom are conscious because they've taken the time to take it. So they probably are doing something. Key learning point number 2, financial outlook is murky. Looking ahead, both the baby boomer and Gen X generations have a realistic but also concerned outlook as it relates to their preparation and Social Security. While boomers believe they will need roughly $2 million for retirement, the estimate from Gen Xers is even higher, close to $2.5 million. The generations agree that they should be saving approximately 30% of their income for retirement. One of the biggest differences between these groups is confidence in receiving Social Security. More than twice as many baby boomers are very confident as Gen X. In a similar way, Gen X respondents were more concerned about outliving their own retirement savings than baby boomers. When asked how much money do you think you need for retirement, you see here that the baby boomers were polled at suggesting $2 million, and then 2.5 for the Gen Xers. What percent of your income do you think you need to be saving for retirement? They both are pretty much the same there. How confident are you that you will receive Social Security during your retirement? Well, of the total, you have about 34% being somewhat confident. How concerned are you that you will outlive your retirement savings? Of the total, you have about 36% that are actually concerned about that. You have quite a good portion on both the Gen X and baby boomers that are very concerned about that. All right. Key learning point number 3, relationships are complicating planning. Preparing for one's own retirement can be complicated, but it's even more so when you factor in relationships. Baby boomers and Gen Xers may feel this more than any others. Almost a third of respondents claim to financially support someone other than themselves. The number spikes to almost 50% for Gen X. Remember, we've been talking about this throughout this series. A concerning insight is that while many respondents claim to be supporting others, including parents, 2/3 of all respondents are not involved at all with their parents' retirement planning. All that means is that it's likely if you're supporting parents and you have no idea what they're doing for their own retirement, you're probably going to be supporting them throughout your own retirement if you have the opportunity to realize retirement. And a bit of a disconnect, despite their general pessimism on retirement preparedness, both baby boomers and Gen Xers judge their own retirement outlook more favorably than that of their own parents. And again, we're talking about those whom were polled, meaning these are retirement conscious individuals. They also feel that their own generation will have it better than young people coming up today, whom are even less conscious because you don't really start thinking about these things until you get a little bit older. You've worked a lot and you start to seek alternative opportunities. You want some relaxation, some more travel. You get to experience and things. So that right there makes sense. Who are you currently supporting, either fully or partially? There's a great percentage of those that were polled that said themselves not sure if those are also included in the stats for your spouse and your children. But look at how many are suggested that they were also supporting grandchildren and parents. And even today, if you look at it, look at how many baby boomers said that they're supporting their children. 62% of those polled said that they were actually supporting their children. Are you currently financially supporting someone other than yourself, such as family or friends, where the total was 32% saying that they are? There were additional questions posed in this study. How involved are or were you in your parents' retirement planning? We looked at this in our previous session. And if you see here, for the most part, no one's paying attention to their parents' planning. Look, this one brings it to light to suggest that you want to know if you're supporting your parents. I encourage our clients to take a look at this because it also shapes your inheritance. Next question, I will be better off in my retirement than my parents. Let's see here. It's kind of an even playing field there between strongly agreeing and strongly disagreeing. Looks like because most of these people are not even talking to their parents about retirement, it's very difficult to answer that one. The next statement that was polled: young people today will be better off in their retirement than my generation. Well, if you this one is kind of almost even kill here. Strongly agree. Not too many people are suggesting that. This one's kind of all over the place. No, not sure what you think about that, but not sure how important that is at this point anyway. Let's go to key learning point number 4. Financial help and fixed indexed annuities both have appeal. Opportunities are available with both generations to offer guidance and consider fixed indexed annuities as a potential solution. A majority of respondents in both generations profess to lean more toward a risk-averse investment mindset, but 20% said they really didn't know. This group could potentially find value in using a financial professional. Fixed indexed annuities, which are insurance products, appear to be of interest, especially with Gen Xers. 77% have some level of interest in the fixed indexed annuity concept. That's shocking to me. It says, which of the following best describes your investment mindset? For the sake of this conversation, you guys probably need to consider doing a risk tolerance assessment if you have not done so. So I'm going to drop one in the comments so that you can get that done, just to take a look if you have no clue where you would fall in this study. You have on here the highly risky people, which honestly is the area that I fall in. Only 5 to 6% total find themselves to be on the high risk end of the spectrum. Looking at this, it's amazing how many people have no clue because they haven't taken it. So if you fall into that spectrum, go down into the comments and find out. Some retirement savings accounts allow you to contribute a set monthly amount, and then you receive guaranteed payments throughout your retirement, regardless of how the stock market does. It may not have as high returns as a stock account, but you are also guaranteed not to lose money. How interested are you in this type of retirement savings account? Of those polled, and with such a question, it's amazing. And baby boomers, how many said they were not interested at all in protecting themselves against the risk of the market. But more baby boomers were not interested, but more Gen Xers were indeed interested. That's really interesting because baby boomers have less time to recoup losses if they experience it. Where do you think you fall in this study? Where would you fall? Again, it's saying that there are some retirement accounts that allow you to contribute a set monthly amount, and then you will receive guaranteed payments throughout your retirement regardless of what happens in the stock market. It may compromise the high returns that the stock account would have earned, but you are also guaranteed not to lose money when the stock market is not doing so great. Interesting concept. All right, I'm going to close out and open up live in just a second for Q&A.